Hello and welcome to round 5 of the Race Department GP2 series with me, Jonathan Seekins, aka 644, and we are in Spain for this round as we are on board with my qualifying lap. It wasn't as good this week as it was last week, but we can see my teammate Gunnar Gamble was on provisional pole at the moment, which was very surprising for everyone because no one really expected him to be this far up. But on board with me now as we're coming up the hill and coming into the fastest corner of the track, which is this one where someone leaves some nice space for me to come past. Into the tight left hand hairpin and coming round to finish the lap. Spain isn't. I wasn't really keen on Spain. I've probably said that for most of the tracks so far, but most of the beginning tracks, apart from Australia and Malaysia, I don't really like. As I come across the line to improve, and I go 8th. With Gunnar Gamble first, Kart Bandit second, Huggy Sam third, TNG 4th, So Solid 5th, Bezza 6th, Techno Elite 7th, me 8th, Way Fast Way 9th, Powers are up 10th, and didn't get to see the rest, but nice clear day for the race. Yeah, so Spain effectively finished 12th. I haven't really done as much practice for this track. I don't know why, but I couldn't really concentrate very well going around this track. So I could only do about 20 minutes at a time. And sometimes I just didn't bother practicing at all. Just got bored. So I got Way Fast Way and Powers Up, I think that was behind him, and Techno Elite and Bezza in front. For some reason there was a long hold before the lights came on. So I try to put the accelerator down, it doesn't seem to work. And I try spinning the wheel, turning the wheels, and it doesn't work, and now it finally does. And the lights come on. So, ready for this 33 lap race, 50%, and off we go. Get a good start. Basically already passed Techno Elite before the line. So I've already gained one place. Bit of bump in there, and behind a lot of rubbing, and Techno Elite has destroyed his vehicle already. As I go down the get past 2 more people, and behind us there was a massive crash with quite a lot of cars involved. You can see Powers are up, he's just behind me, and then I look on the mini map and everyone else is miles behind and safety cars being deployed. So I put the fuel mix down to lean. Now safety cars in this lap. My teammate Gunnar Gamble actually was first, I believe, when the safety car came out, but he lagged and went through the safety car, losing his front wing, and then just got disqualified for it. So I'm not really sure what happened there. So that was pretty disappointing, as Williams could have had a good chunk of points, as I'm currently in 4th. I was in 5th when the safety car came out, but because of my teammate getting disqualified, I moved up to 4th. So we've got Bezza just in front. Holy Sam, Powers are up now, it's just taken 5th. So a lot of the drivers involved in the first lap crash had to pit or have penalties, take the penalties. As I close up a bit on Bezza, and now we skip forward to lap 6, as the Kart Bandit goes quickest. And there's a spinner. I didn't see who that was, but as I nearly get it all out of shape, and now catch up to Bezza again. So I've put the fuel mixture up, I think. So now in pursuit of Bezza, and in pursuit of the second place that I made to get in Turkey for a few laps anyway. So now coming into the fastest bit of the track, taking into account my heavy fuel load this time, so not as many mistakes on the first few laps. Now into a tight left-hander as he comes across very early, Bezza. See the DRS is activated. Beza goes quite wide on that corner. Going through his final sector, or in this final section, I seem to catch up to him very good. I seem to catch up to him a lot. There we go, got it out. As I get the DRS into slipstream, and I always seem to have a lot higher top speed than other people. Even I had DRS, sometimes just in general I seem to have a higher top speed than everyone else. But I managed to hold the position. And Powers up still behind me. Get behind him, sorry. It's better as I look, but I take my normal line and hit the apex. As I break in normal place, but for some reason I went straight on, allowing Beza and Powers up to go straight back past. And then you see Holy Sam and Way Fast Way go through. And I dropped back to 6th, which I think it was the tyres that had just gone off, because they were pretty orange or pretty red at that point. Don't know why, because the safety car, I would have thought the safety car would have helped it. But yeah, so I was pretty annoyed as we got So Solid behind me. I'm trying to catch Way Fast Way, but I'm also trying to defend from So Solid. Come around the final little sequence. Slowly Sam runs wide, and I come into the pits along with So Solid. Put a few mixture down to lean, and put the tyres onto primes. So I'm going for the longest stint. That final sector, that final section, most people agree with me that that ruins the flow to the track, having that little chicane in there. But it's health and safety, because everything's dominated by that now. I just get to lap 9, and So Solid is right behind me still. We had a good long battle. I think I've cut a few laps out of it, but we did have a good long battle. As he will get the DRS, but I've put the fuel mixture up to Rich and used a bit of Cares, and he can't get past me at the moment. But he's all over the back of me on the exit of this corner. So I take a defensive line into it. So he drops back a bit on the exit. I think he might have got it a bit sideways, but closes up to me again. And he's all over the back of me, but I'm just taking my normal line, so he'll have to get past me. So it's not my fault if unless he gets outside me, then I'll have to give him some run. But so we drop a gear going through this fastest corner, taking into account with the heavy shield load still. It's only on lap 10. So Solid has a little look there, but a bit too far back to make a dive. As I get it a bit sideways on the exit, and that allows So Solid to get through. But I will have the DRS on him on this lap. Even there I seem to be catching So Solid a little bit through that final section, as I'm basically past So Solid already before I even activate the DRS, and that just allows me to go miles past, and I just missed the apex quite a lot actually, which allows So Solid to have another look around the outside, and So Solid will get a DRS on lap 12. As you can see, we've got Beza and someone else just in front, so trying to catch them as well. And So Solid is still right on my ass as I run quite wide. So Solid can't quite make a move, but allowed him to catch up a little bit. So I'm really trying to get away and catch up to Beza, but I keep making mistakes, and this is allowing So Solid to get closer and closer. Nicely through there, but So Solid will get in the slipstream and have a look, but doesn't make a dive as someone's spun off there, and that gives us another place. As we're catching up to Beza quite a bit now, as I run very wide there, and that basically cost me the DRS on Beza, and so has caught right back up again as the fuel has dropped down to optimal, and so Solid takes the inside line as I switch the fuel mixer down to standard. I don't really fight that too much, as fuel is on optimal, so I'm just saving a bit as I try to catch up. 20 fast way in so Solid, and I spin or get it all sideways. Lap 19, I'm coming in. I figured I'll go for our options. I was in P6 when I came in, and I don't know really. I thought I might as well go for option and 2 option stints at the end, knowing that I have to really push. But thinking back to the race, I didn't really have that much fuel as I get it all sideways again, having costing me another few seconds, and lap 26 are coming for the second set of options, another set of options. I didn't really catch up enough to make it work, and I'm minus 1 lap of fuel, so that means I have to save a lot of fuel for this last section, this last stint, so it hasn't really worked out that well. And as we go to lap 31, and I'll get it into the gravel, as I just lost all concentration. In lap 32, basically a carbon copy of it, so go into the gravel again, and that's the end of the race as the Kart Bandit wins. I come 7th, Way Fast Whitey 2nd, TNG 3rd, Solid 4th, Powser Up 5th, Beza 6th. So it does look like I went for the wrong strategy, but hey ho, that's life. Take them risks. So thank you for watching, and join me for the next round in the infamous Monaco, which is basically going to be a race for survival. So see you then.